Hey everyone, it's Miss Cristina and welcome to STEAM at Home, where I will be showing you different activities that are science, technology, engineering, art, and math based. So you don't have to change out of your PJs or your comfy clothes that you're wearing at the moment, because we are going to learn and have fun at the same time while being comfy in our own homes. So I hope you join me for today's awesome and exciting activity. So for today's activity, I will be showing you how to make your own terrarium or fairy garden, whatever you want to call it. Either one is fine. They both are so cute and so easy to make, just as long as you have the items that I will be showing you later on. And like I said, with all the other videos that I've done, you can easily get these items at the store, or even better, you can just get them around your house. Like for instance, since we are dealing with plants, we are going to need soil, rocks, moss that I'm sure you will be able to get around your house. But if you don't, it's just an easy quick trip to your nearby store. Or if not, you can easily just purchase them online, I think. But what I'm trying to show you guys is that you can easily get these items anywhere. Very easy. So I hope you guys enjoy this and let's make them together. Hi, so welcome to my little living room, and this is where I am going to show you how to make your own little terrarium. And first we need to go over a few things that we need. So of course we need a bowl. I just chose this little fish bowl because it's all I have laying around, but you can definitely use any kind of wide-mouthed glass jar. It could even be a mason jar, an old cookie jar. And I have, of course, some plants that I have here, little succulents. I won't go too much into detail because this will be over like an hour video if I do that, but I just chose succulents. So these are those cute little plants that you see in stores, or you may have already around your house. This could be cactus, or coral cacti and everything. So we have this Alpenglow. This one is called Bear Paws. I love that one. So I just have these laying around. So if you don't have them laying around, I actually bought these at Lowe's before this, but I've had them. They only cost about like $4, so it's definitely below $5. It's not gonna break your bank. You can tell your adults that. I chose succulents because they are so low maintenance, so you can not water them every single day. So that means you can just spritz them once every 2 weeks maybe. But it also depends on what kind of plants you decide to put in your terrarium. So these are just the ones that I personally chose, because I also have a soil perfect for cacti. So I'm just working with the things that I have. So just because I have the soil already, I can just use succulents for these, and I don't have to dig up soil outside. And also, you will need activated charcoal. And this one I actually have to buy online, or you can buy at the store, because I don't have activated charcoal outside, and this just helps absorb any water or any kind of moisture that is going to be sitting at the bottom of your no hole, no drain jar. So that is very important to have. So definitely, if you're just gonna buy something, it probably has to be the activated charcoal, because it is very useful for your terrarium, so it won't mold or cause any bacteria, just fungus, right? Yeah, fungus. That's going to build up in your terrarium, and you don't want that, because you don't want your little terrarium to die. And also, I have small pebbles. You can easily just find these around your garden, or like I said, if you don't, you can just buy them at the store. So make sure they're just tiny little pebbles, tiny pebbles. Let me show you close. I don't want it to spill. There we go. And also moss, and they are actually inside a Ziploc bag. They're fresh moss. Make sure they're also moist and damp inside. And if you don't have it in a bag like I do, you can just easily grab some, dig up some outside of your yard, and just spritz some water on it and kind of squeeze them out, so it's not super wet. And then I also have, for decorating, I have some pebbles for you right here. So these pebbles are just smooth pebbles that I just found laying around. And I have these kind of like dried up moss that you can easily just, grab from the outside as well. Or you can just get moss that you just spritz water and just dry them out, so they can just be laying on top of your terrarium just for decorations. You don't have to have them. You can, either way. I think it's just cool to have. And also, if you have little toys laying around that you don't really care for anymore, or you feel like you've outgrown them, that's okay, because don't throw them away. I mean, you can donate them, or you can just keep them and make little terrariums with them. And these are the ones that I have, little mushroom buddies. They are so cute. I have 4 of them. A lot of my little toys are in my mom's attic, and I don't feel like going over to her house and climbing in her attic to get them, so these are the ones that I have. So these are the materials that you need for your terrarium. And first, we are going to put in our activated charcoal. And then next, we are going to place our tiny pebbles in it. Like you're making a trifle, a dessert, but with activated charcoal and pebbles. Delicious. And then next, we are going to put in our moss. So my station is a little messy. It's going to get messy. You're gonna have soil everywhere, but that's okay because we can just clean it up later and put it back into the earth. So here is my little terrarium. It's like a little jungle woodland area. And now I am ready to pop in my little guys. I think I'm gonna put the yellow one next to the pink one. There we go. Ta-da! Beautiful. So here is my little terrarium. You see all the layers right there. Beautiful. So I hope you guys had fun watching me make a terrarium. You can definitely do this at home, really easy. And like I said, just follow the things that I talked to you about layering. What's the most important thing? Definitely get the activated charcoal and just work with what you have around your house. This doesn't have to be a super expensive activity, and it's just fun to do. All right, well, hope you guys learned something and have fun making terrariums. So here is the finished product close up, and I forgot to put in the pebbles, so I just placed some in there so they look like they're just hanging out in this beautiful succulent garden. And I went ahead also and watered them, so that's why you see a few droplets on their mushroom caps and on the succulent leaves. So there you have it. That is our finished product, and you can see all the layers, and hey, there's me. Hey. And you can see the water dripping down from where I watered them. So there's that. There's our little terrarium or fairy garden. So now that we've done our little terrariums and our fairy gardens, I'm going to share with you some of the books that inspired me to do this certain activity. And one of these is called The Fairy Gardens, A Kid's Guide to Gardening by Alex Kaskowski. And this book is awesome. It has very simple text and awesome pictures, and it tells you the step-by-step of how to make certain terrariums or fairy gardens. And that's actually how I got the activity for today, got the idea. This one's called the Animal Garden, and unlike the ones that we did today, mine was an open terrarium, but this one is a closed terrarium. It just gives you all the items that you need, and it gives you the step-by-step instructions in how to do it, and it's just awesome learning at the same time. And towards the beginning of the book, it explains to you the importance of each item and why we need those certain materials to make our little fairy gardens. So definitely check this one out. So the next book I'm going to talk to you about is called Butterfly Gardens, A Kid's Guide to Gardening by Alex Kaskowski. So this book is in the same series as the fairy garden ones that I showed you earlier. And this one also has awesome ideas, and it does the same pattern. It shows you what exactly you need to do and gives you all the materials that you need. And not only do these awesome feeders and gardeners attract butterflies, which I think is very, very cool, it gives you a list of all the different butterflies that you might be attracting in your garden anytime soon when you're making these or after you make these. And one of the things that I find very awesome and funny at the same time is that if you have some rain boots that do not fit you anymore, or they're just old and you just want to buy a new one, you can make a planter out of them to attract butterflies. So I think this book is really great, and anything from his series you can definitely check out because they are very helpful and at the same time very educational. Next book is called Easy Peasy Gardening for Kids by Little Gestalton. And I love this book because number one, it is very beautiful. The cover is so colorful and visually appealing. And same goes for the inside. All these illustrations, I think they are just so pretty and just so vibrant. I love it. And I love that it gives you a list of all the things that you are going to find out in this book. Like, for instance, growing veggies indoors, designing a plant pot, indoor herb garden. And what do you see there on page 36? Make a terrarium. And there's just so many ideas that is not just about terrariums in this book. You can also plant pollinator pots or make a kokedama. There's just so many interesting and fascinating things in this book that you can definitely learn from and actually do with your family. I mean, this looks really fun. You can make cartons. I mean, how neat is that? So yeah, this is just one of the amazing books that we carry in the library that you can definitely check out and just peruse all throughout the day because you just can't get enough of it. It's just so pretty. And this is my favorite page out of all the pages in this book because it's got a gnome and berries and flowers because those are some of my favorite things. So definitely check this out. Now I have this book. It's called Toshi's Little Treasures by Nadine Roberts and illustrated by Aki. And I love this picture book because it is a story about a little boy named Toshi who goes on different adventures with his grandmother, and they go to places like the river or the city, the woods, and within that place he goes and sees the little treasures that he finds. For instance, in the river or by the river, he sees a branch, chain links, shells, claw, and when you flip onto the other side, it shows you all the things that he found, and on the other page, it kind of makes you think, which of these items belong to the items that he found by the river? So it's kind of like an I Spy, but also a mix and match kind of book. So here he is out on the town and goes the same thing. He finds little treasures and you get to match them to what they are really for. So it's just really cute and awesome. Here they are in the forest, and I love the simple illustrations, and I think it is so charming, and it's just a different type of I Spy books if you guys have done all the I Spy books in our library. So here it is, and towards the end it gives you kind of a glossary of all the items that he found and little tidbits and facts about each of those items. So this is a definite must read, and it is just so cute. So last but not the least, I have this book. It's called No, No, Gnome by Ashlyn Anstey. And this awesome picture book is about a gnome who attends Green Thumb Elementary School, and it is harvest time. So he and his classmates go to their school garden and they start planting some different kinds of vegetables and flowers, and he loves doing all that too, but the only problem is he gets overly excited that he ends up just accidentally destroying all the things that they planted. So I don't want to spoil anything. You guys just have to check this out and read for yourself. But here he is accidentally over watering the sunflowers and splashing all his other classmates. So he has to find a way to make it up to his schoolmates and for his whole class, and to show them that he is actually not bad. He is just trying to help, but he just gets super excited about it. So check this out. It's called No, No, Gnome, and it is adorable, and all the illustrations are fun and cute, and it is a very good read aloud before going to bed. So definitely check this one out. So now that we've done fairy garden or terrarium, and I've introduced you to all these awesome books that talks about terrariums, nature, or just gardening in general, I think it's time to say goodbye, and I hope that you guys enjoyed and learned a few things from this video. And don't forget that you can actually check those books out that I mentioned at the Hoboken Public Library Children's Department. We are open to the public from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. or you can place a hold on these through our website's catalog at www.homewoodpubliclibrary.org, or give us a call and we will place a hold on them for you to pick up in person or through our curbside. So we hope to see you soon.